ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Sua Craven's up to make the stop.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing is Jackson. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
That's taken on the 25. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
They give it to him running left. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Jackson now. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to hold them to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This fielded at the 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins on 1st down. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you got to make the change up, and it's the first.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble. It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Listen to me.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Third and short yardage. Cousins. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go. Rhino. First. Where's the hot?
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Gone! Detroit!
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use The back end of the end zone, the sidelines, is extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2nd and goal from the 1. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Listen to me.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He finds Beckham complete. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arm saying, I'm wide open. They found it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think. And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
On second down, here's Jackson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Detroit! Detroit! Switch. Shut down. Motion.
Now it's Jackson. And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now 4th down coming up.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Denver getting set to take. The field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the gun, here's Cousins. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season. They got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Second down, Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
To throw, Cousins. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Listen to me.
The play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says let's take a timeout, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Yellow, release in there. Yellow.
Here's Cousins. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. Off the play fake, Cousins. On the move to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A.J. Green in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now here come the Ravens. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos are in for 6.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. The special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On second down, Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Young. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Play action. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15.
Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hot. Hot.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So the Broncos coming out now. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Listen to me.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They pitch it to Chubb, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
All right, now here we go. We're going. Let's go. Hey, receiver.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. On is the punter, King, to send it away. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Jackson now down around his goal line. And an alley to run. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
They snap it at one. Now it's Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56.
They go play action now. Jackson is going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Got three down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Back now in Baltimore. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. looking out of the gun. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Here we go. Zebra.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And fights through one man. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing, Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Marquette King now, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Drops it underneath to Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Young. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Two. Black.
2nd down, Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Where's the hot? Ringo.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is brought in at the 21. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. The 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field They play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs.
My, oh, my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Jackson on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Here's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Denver, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.